There is something powerful about a man over 60. Not loud power, not aggressive power, but quiet strength. And the truth is, many men don't realize how attractive they could be at this stage of life. They think attraction belongs to youth. They think their best years are behind them. But in female psychology, maturity, when carried correctly, is magnetic. So what is it that women can't resist in men over 60? Let's talk about it. First, emotional control. At 60, you have lived. You have faced loss, success, disappointment, and victory. That life experience gives you something younger men are still learning. Emotional stability. When you don't overreact. When you don't raise your voice unnecessarily. When you handle disagreements with calm confidence. That feels safe. Women are naturally drawn to emotional safety. A man who is grounded makes a woman relax. And when a woman feels relaxed, attraction grows naturally. Many men waste this by trying to prove they're still dominant or aggressive. But maturity isn't about intimidation. It's about control. And controlled strength is deeply attractive. Second, purpose. One of the most irresistible traits in a man over 60 is direction. You may be retired from a job, but you should never retire from living. When a man still has passion, whether it's mentoring, business, farming, fitness, faith, learning, or community leadership, it shows. Purpose gives you energy. It gives you light in your eyes. And that energy is attractive. The mistake many men make is slowing down mentally. They give up on growth. They become passive. But a man who continues to grow, even slowly, feels alive. And women are drawn to men who feel alive. Third, presence. Presence means you are fully there. When you speak, you are not rushing. When you listen, you are not distracted. When you walk into a room, you move with calm assurance. A man over 60 who carries himself well, stands straight, dresses neatly, maintains good hygiene, sends a powerful message. I respect myself. You don't need to look young. You need to look intentional. Many men waste this stage by neglecting their appearance. But self-care is not vanity. It is discipline. And discipline is attractive. Fourth, deep listening and emotional intelligence. Most men try to impress with stories. But what truly builds connection is understanding. When you listen carefully, when you remember details she mentioned days ago, when you respond with empathy instead of advice, that creates intimacy. Women often connect emotionally before they connect physically. If you make her feel heard, she will naturally feel closer to you. This is a strength many older men have. Patience. Use it. Fifth, confidence without desperation. At this stage of life, you don't need validation. You don't need to chase attention. You don't need to compete with younger men. True confidence says, I know who I am. I am comfortable with myself. When you are not desperate for approval, you become more attractive. Desperation pushes people away. Self-assurance draws them in. And here is the real secret most men over 60 are wasting. Your wisdom. You have stories, lessons, perspective. When you speak with depth instead of ego, people listen. When you treat others with kindness but maintain standards, people respect you. Attraction at 60 is not about trying to be 30 again. It is about embracing maturity fully. Your calmness, your leadership, your patience, your emotional strength. When you stop trying to impress and start focusing on connection, you become magnetic in a natural way. Because true attraction isn't about age. It's about energy. And a man over 60 who understands his value carries an energy that is steady, confident, and deeply attractive. Most men are wasting it. But you don't have to.